Hey guys, so today I'm going to be changing up a little bit about my display with my Matrix shield from Matrix Reloaded. I'm going to put the logo underneath the shield and kind of straighten everything up. I'm going to put the logo on top of a plate so that I can kind of move it around and stick it on the wall versus stick the logo directly on the wall. I'm going to move this out of the way. I might change up my sword rack, but I want to put the logo of the movie right underneath the shield because a lot of people ask me about it and they don't know what it's from. So today I'm going to be doing the logo in Cricut machine, the Cricut Design app, and I'm going to cut it out and do a cool thing where I do two different types of vinyl on top of each other. All right, I've got the movie logo inside the Cricut machine. It's going to be cutting it out of a nice matte black vinyl. I'm going to pick out the logo on this particular one, and then after this is done, I'm going to cut it out of the chrome vinyl that I have. And there we have it. It's cut. My setting on my Cricut machine is almost to iron on, and I'm going to just remove this and replace this with my chrome vinyl. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand. And just hit play again because it's the same cut. I'm going to cut it, and I'll show you what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to offset the black behind the vinyl, the chrome vinyl, and make sure it feeds. There we go. It's cutting. So now is the tedious process of weeding out the vinyl that I don't want, and I'm going to leave the text on the backing of this. This has kind of got a cool backing because it's clear. And I bought this vinyl by a big roll for like 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll leave a link below in my description on my channel here where you can get the same kind of vinyl. Even the same machine that I have. For those of you, I'm not getting sponsored by anything. This is, my own doing. I paid full price for all my machine and vinyl. So let's get to weeding this out. Okay, so the next step is to take some transfer paper. This is basically translucent material that I can stick on one, pick it up, and put it back down on top of the other one. I want to do the chrome on top of the black so that it looks like it's a black shadow. Oh, and also slightly offset down and to the left, so that it looks like there's a black shadow behind the chrome text. I already did it on one where I had the black on top of the chrome, but when I was doing this, I noticed that I didn't like the way this looked. I liked the way the backside looked, which that looks much cooler, but of course that's the backside. I did it the wrong side. Anyways, I'm going to take this and stick it on top of here, offset it, and I'll show you what I do. So first, I need to cut a piece of transfer tape that is roughly the size. It helps that it's not too oversized, so it's not sticking in things that you don't want. Sorry if the noise is bad. It helps to be like like a little bit oversized, not too far oversized. And what I'll do is I'm going to pick up the chrome. First, take my transfer tape off. You see how that is? It's like a shower curtain. And I'm going to carefully lay it down to where I don't, oop, had some static. Don't want that. Carefully lay it down to where I don't have any kind of bubbles, or I'm not stretching it. Which, this has kind of like a little warp in it right now. I don't know why. But you want to kind of get it as even as possible. Well, this may not work because this transfer tape is kind of messed up. Might have a problem, but I'll see if I can work through it. And I want to peel back the backing so that I'm pushing it onto the tape and I'm lifting up the text. You can actually do this also flat just by creeping back the backing, the original backing. And it's okay if it's not fully stuck down. You don't want to touch it because it'll lift up your text. It just needs to barely be hanging on. And that's good to have loose contact so that you're not peeling up. When you go to try and lay it down, it's not trying to pick it up. So low tackiness is good on the transfer tape. See, I'm being very careful not to move the text out of alignment, because you'll never get it right if it's off. And I'm pushing down pretty hard to kind of stick it down onto the transfer tape. And this is where I might have some issues because that T is lifting up because I don't have a place to grab. And I'm working on top of a piece of foam core. But I don't have to be. Just be on any solid surface. Oop. Gotta be very careful. Watch these letters just drop off. We'll see. And it's the risk with this kind of machine. Well, with anything. So you don't know. Uh-oh. I already picked up that piece. That might have to go on manually. Actually, I'm gonna have to do that manually. Watch this. Dang it. Ooh, that was close. So I accidentally picked up that little accent with my fingers. Just making me nervous. And that E is making me nervous too. I want to make sure that that E is pressed down. So I'm using the scissors to go ahead and lay it down. The final X. See how this turns out. Okay. That T is bothering me, but all right, so we got the Matrix Reloaded text onto the transfer tape. Now I'm going to carefully align it down and to the left. So make sure you guys are able to see it. Down and to left. I'm looking straight over it. Lots of minute adjustment. I carefully walk my fingers over the top. I think we got it. Yeah. So there you go. Now I got a shadow backed logo where I can, it's on the transfer tape. So now I'm gonna stick it on the, I might stick it on, I might stick it directly onto the wall. So we'll see. I'm gonna move some things around, but I wanna stick it on the wall. So because I think it looked too crowded over here with the swords next to the shield, I'm gonna move it over here. I took it off this side of the wall. That's where my willow display was. I had this already in a frame, thanks to one of my friends, Josh. And what's neat about this area right here is where my wife's desk is, and we're cleaning the carpet. So I want to create the movies that she particularly likes the best in this corner. And she likes that Superman, and one of her favorite movies is The Matrix. And coincidentally, I already had the King Arthur. That's another one of her favorite movies. The King Arthur piece in this corner over here. That right there is from The Hobbit, which still we both love. So I'm thinking theming this corner where she works for her taste. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the Matrix logo right under, or yeah, I think right under the shield, and then maybe the Hobbit logo above the arrow. How about that? Just as a heads up, on my next video, I'm gonna be reviewing this Milwaukee duct knife. This is actually something I saw on another YouTube video where a guy was doing a review on it, and I think this thing is pretty sweet. I picked it up at Home Depot for 20 bucks. But that's gonna happen on the next video. So let's get back to sticking this thing on the wall. So what I wanna do is I wanna center it right underneath where it is most level. And now I have the sticker that I need to take the original backing off the black. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna peel it and do the same thing, just have to do it kind of mid-air. It's kind of hard to see, but there's another backing that's protecting the black text. Ooh, gotta make sure that stays down. Don't want to have the same issue with lifting the little accent decoration. And this barely hanging on. Whoa. I don't want to lose my text. I probably should have done this on the ground and not mid-air. Whoa. Camera's falling. So now I have the text backwards on the transfer tape. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Some people like to mark up the wall or put put masking tape where you want to have it centered. I'm just good at eyeballing it. If you're really particular and you want to make it a level, you can draw a line that you can erase. But that looks like it is centered and level. And I'm just gonna stick it on the wall, like a wall decal. Sweet. there you have it. The text is stuck. And it can come off. It's not going to destroy the wall. Looks pretty good. So there you have it. If you have any kind of decoration ideas for your prop displays, for those of you who collect props, let me know what you do. Let me know how you do things. This is just kind of one of the ideas that I had. And what I do with the Cricut machine is I also do text on top of the glass. I've done things where I use the laser and etch the logos into the mat. I didn't like how that really kind of turned out as much. And I've done things in the past where I etch on glass by taking the Cricut machine and making a mask and using the acid etching on the glass and etch the actual display case. But what I don't like is that it messes up the glass. It can easily screw up the glass if you're not careful with the chemicals. And again, it's just kind of chemicals too. That's the other thing, is like, I don't really like working with a whole bunch of chemicals. I already work with them enough making props for TV and film. So please make sure you hit that like button, and please subscribe if you want to see any more of these videos. I am right now just doing a whole bunch of videos of the stuff that I do every day, kind of DIY projects, repair projects, and work with TV, film props whenever I start working with props again, because we're on strike right now. But thank you. Hit that like button, hit the bell to be notified when I make another video. Thank you so much. See ya.